right, I'm rolling.
We're rolling. We should slap.
377?
376.
6.
76. 76. Wow. And Chad got dressed.
Yeah. Hey, chicken.
This is yeah. Look at that.
He has feet.
Yeah. Red Astaire got out of bed.
Hey.
Red Astaire.
Red Astaire?
Red Astaire.
Like Fred Astaire. I got you.
Man, this is so we are in Bend. We're in Redmond.
Yep.
Redmond, Oregon, and you're on a golf course right now. So if you, I don't know.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So I don't
show our cabin inside.
Yeah.
A little cabin real quick.
So we are. This is tomorrow begins the. Tomorrow's the first show in Bend. Then we're going to move on to Leavenworth, and we're going to play at the Cascade Celtic Festival, and then we're going to come back to Portland. We're going to play tonight or tomorrow night and Saturday. We're going to play with Ghost and the Clover.
Yep.
And then a bunch of bands on Friday. So just really excited. And of course, this is just we've had the whole day here, which is nice because yesterday was a travel day. We flew into Portland and then drove up drove up here and checked in and nice little hang. So this has just been phenomenal.
We're just watching people golf all day.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's a nice little hit there. A little to the right. That's all right.
It's all right.
Show them what's up, boss.
Yeah. Give me that.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's Friday, the Cascade Festival. There's gonna be a lot of people that I knew from when I lived in Seattle. A lot of bands up there that we used to play with, and I played with a couple people up there that are playing. So it'll be kind of fun. A little reminiscing, reuniting.
Yeah.
Seen them in forever.
I'm excited. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna throw down. I know we've had a really relaxing couple of days. So, travel day yesterday was beautiful. Coming in, we got some great coffee in Boring, Oregon. First time there at the Boring Bean, and Morgan, of course, just brewed up the best coffee we've had in a long time, and
Very
highly recommended.
Yeah.
So we pull in, and it essentially looks like they sell every type of vegetation known to man, be it plant or vegetable or mulch or fertilizer or everything, and it's essentially it looks like a big lorry yard, big truck yard. It's got all the every different kinds of mulch and landfill, all this stuff. We're going. There's a coffee shop in here, even, but then there's a sign. There's a Boring Bean, and it says, all right. So we go in, and it's not even a demotion. We're not even going to take a point off for this. But usually, if you ask for black coffee and 2 shots in that, black coffee, the next question should not be, would you like cream? The next question should not be, would you like flavoring?
Yeah.
But in fairness to her, somebody had ordered a Red Bull. So she did want to know if they want a little flour or a little umbrella in the drink or something. But
hello.
What? Oh,
I didn't order that until after. So
okay. Well, it certainly seemed like
I'll take the hit if you need me to take the hit.
All right. Well, it just seemed really flowery there for a minute.
Yeah.
It just seemed that she, Red Bull. So the coffee was excellent.
Yeah.
Even you,
Yeah, it was
even you liked it, and it was just so good.
There've been a few times at some places I remember this has happened where we would order that, and the more experienced barista, like maybe somebody like a less experienced person's taking our order, and they ask that question. So, do you want milk on it? And then the barista goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
like, oh,
What are you doing? Yeah.
yeah."
That's how you get a good man killed.
Yeah.
She was funny because their drip coffee was self-pour. So she was like, do you want me to pour it for you? Like, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
She did that. She's like, I will.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. So, yeah, you have a friend in Morgan at Boring Bean Coffee. Just so good. So good. And again, it's just we explained that we don't go to corporate coffee. We don't, we only go to the local spots. And another place was recommended to us, which we'll check out tomorrow. It's called Thump Coffee. Great name.
Oh,
Great name. Thump Coffee. I just want to go there just because of the name.
is it here in Redmond?
It's in Bend.
Bend? Okay.
So
Cool.
we tried a couple of places in Bend last time we were here, and it was pretty good. So they take their coffee seriously up here. So do we.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be, this being 376, I thought a good time to ask, what's your favorite? Each of your favorite. What's your favorite? And I'm asking because this round of shirts that we've done has been highly popular online and at the shows. What's your personal favorite design we've done?
I'm gonna say I like the name. I like the name.
Just the black
with the name on it.
Black with the name on it.
Yeah. That tends to be what I wear. So
Yeah.
The old classic Blaggards Satire Schrock, the updated one, which has the the bigger S,
The S, the same size as the B.
Yeah, the Sente. That was his addition. That was his contribution to the logo design. I like that, but I like the classic one too. That's kind of our slogan still. Kind of just still looks like our complete logo and has Satire Schrock underneath it. But I'm still really fond of Andrew Schramm's pirate design.
Pirate,
that is still our best-selling design ever.
Best-selling, definitely the number one.
Yeah.
The number one.
Yeah, even Vicente himself gives that design a thumbs up. He thought it was really good.
Yeah, You can't if you didn't give that design a thumb. I mean, you're lying. It's his best work.
Mm-hmm.
He did incredible. Andrew Schramm, an incredible artist on the East Coast. I want to say he's up by Baltimore, but he's done some amazing designs for us.
Yeah.
Incredible artist, and I believe he's not in the business anymore, which is a shame.
He's now doing. I saw on his Instagram. He's doing carving, like wood carvings, like these really really detailed wooden carving figurines and things like that. Maybe that's one way to get away from. At the moment, AI can't do wooden carvings for you, I guess, unless it's a 3D printed or some kind of robot controlled carving thing.
Yeah, let me just say on that. That's a good point. But let me just say on that, I'm really, really learning how to loathe every single AI design. Everything looks exactly the same now. Yeah. I may have said this already, but I'm just, every time I switch on the computer, there's just more and more and more of these fucking posters that sound and they look more and more like the one you've just seen, the one you've just X'd on. Just delete, just don't. It's just getting more and more boring.
I saw our friend Jeff Shaw, fiddle player and singer from
the Muckers.
For the Muckers, say, look, if I see you put it, if you're using AI to make your poster, I'm not coming to your show. Which I'm kind of I understand the sentiment because it is. We've said it before. Like we see these same, ChatGPT generated wherever they're coming from, but you can just tell that they're from the same prompt. Make me a poster about this thing. And if it's an Irish pub, they put the shamrocks and crap all over it. But they all kind of look like they're just done by the same person, and they don't look bad. It's just that the point is that they just look the same.
I think they look bad only because they're so gaudy and unimaginative. You said the shamrocks and the pot of gold and it just looks like a leprechaun just ejaculated on a page or something. It's just awful. Everything stereotypical or everything. It's just boring. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And it's just like Jeff Shaw. That's admirable, but yeah.
Well, I would also add to that too, because I know he said that maybe slightly tongue in cheek, but I personally wouldn't punish, like especially if it's a band. If it's a band I really want to see, I'm not going to let that stop me.
Of course,
yeah.
We
shouldn't be punishing the bands for this. This is a symptom, I think, of just what's going on right now. People are looking at, it's a lot easier for me to get this done if I tell, the AI to do it.
Yeah.
But you do still kind of need to keep an eye on, does it look good? Does it look like everything else? Don't just do the prompt and take what you got. You tweak it a little bit to make it at least somewhat unique. I think that this AI is still so new for most people that things like that are going to happen. There's going to be a lot of sameness with some things that are produced, but I'm hoping eventually that won't be the case.
So, and then on the t-shirt design, is there a t-shirt that you own that's your favorite that, of any of the other bands? Is there a t-shirt design that you think of right off the top of the bat, that's your favorite?
It might be one of the NoFX records. I used to like wearing those, especially when I was in high school, because the teacher would be like, you need to cover that up.
Oh,
He's always like a
offensive.
very provocative, or he was it was like past the edge, you know. And so those for me that come to mind where I'm like, I did that just to be a rebel.
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
I still have a couple of JD McPherson shirts, which are really nice. And his shirts aren't, at least the ones I have, they aren't really fancy. They're just different versions of his logo, like different iterations of his logo that have been done. But they're really tasteful, you know.
Yeah.
You know, not overly ornate or anything. Kind of like his music.
Yeah, I like shirts that are still. This is actually done. Jerry Diaz, the guitar player for Lone Feather, his wife actually designed these, and she's come up with some incredible posters.
Yeah, she has.
Again, online, just said, but this is her design, and I love stuff like this. And my question, because this is the #1 rock and roll podcast
in the multiverse. Ever
known to man. We're asking you as well. Your favorite Blackguard shirt and your favorite band shirt design. My lovely Aunt Peg out in California, she said, no more skulls. No more skulls. I go, yeah, we've done a lot of skulls. And go ahead.
I don't have the shirt anymore. You may still have yours. That Pogue shirt that has the
I still have
rose on it. Yeah. Mine got all torn up eventually, like most of my shirts.
The red roses for me, kind of,
That was just a really cool. I remember we took note at the time of how they were using the negative space to add to the design. And we started doing that more after that. And one really good example of that, by the way, is again Andrew's pirate design.
Yes,
where you use the color of the shirt, the black fabric of the shirt, to add. Look like it's actually part of the artwork.
Yeah,
it's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, and it's such a huge part of your image, you know, of your band's footprint as well, you know, because you don't want to have, and again, finances are what they are, and stuff certainly isn't getting any cheaper. But you know, I just can't stand the screen printed, quickly turned around, you know, just poor quality T-shirts. You know, the kind of cardboard. This is a nice T-shirt too. We use a nice soft material too, like of course the one Moxie. Yeah. It's a great shirt. You know, but those lower quality shirts with the looks like a screen print and kind of rush job. And we did play with a band one time. I'm not going to mention their name, but they made their own T-shirts, and it seriously looked like they printed them on the back of a motorcycle in a rainstorm. They were just, the T-shirts were awful. They were the same price as all the other festival T-shirts. I was like, oh, well. So you're gonna get found out when you're kind of pulling that card. But it's I love good T-shirt. I love a good rock and roll T-shirt. Love a good, you know.
Yeah, mine's a hoodie. If you got a good hoodie, I'll keep it forever. Like, I had this Good Riddance hoodie where it was like the name Good Riddance, but then it was like the flip side was these skulls. And I had that thing for, I couldn't tell you, forever. I don't remember what happened to it. Just one day, it like had holes in it where I was like, I'm never getting rid of this thing.
Yeah.
But it was so comfortable. I was like, man, nothing. The sleeves got to be tight.
Yeah.
It has to be long enough, right? It can't be a hoodie that once you wash it, it's a belly shirt.
Yes.
You know, make your hoodies longer and have the tight sleeves, you know? And it's like, that's it. It's a formula.
Yeah. I have to say, you wear hoodies all the time.
Yep. Like that Cabo hoodie I was wearing today. I go, it's just comfortable. It's perfect. It's got holes in it. But I'm like, this thing's the perfect hoodie.
Yeah. So I think what we should do is we should keep tabs on these bands at the festival this weekend and see who's got what going.
Stuff,
Yeah, we've only got the one because we flew in. We don't have you know, our usual.
I brought 2 designs.
You do? Oh, that's right. You brought the gold as well.
Yeah, I brought the gold and I brought the
top marks, red Astaire.
Yeah.
This is very different for us. We usually drive everywhere, and this and flying in has saved us well over 80, 90 hours of driving. Never mind the miles and the petrol prices and all the stuff like that. You know, This has been.
Yeah. If we had driven, we'd probably still be on the road right now, because we probably wouldn't have left as early as we flew.
We might have had to.
I think we would.
We might have had to.
Yeah,
I think that's why we flew.
Yeah,
Tuesday. So I was thinking, why did I do Tuesday instead of Wednesday morning? But it was just in case we had a problem. So yeah. This is the only tour so far you haven't driven.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate it. I hate
You,
it.
Ryan.
I did screw up though, because I just, for 20 plus years, I've had stuff in the van. My tour tips are as follows. You always keep coffee in the van. Always keep, some good. And you always keep red peppers, the crushed red peppers for pizza or for, Italian for whatever. Always keep that. And didn't have it. Didn't have it this time. I was like,
Oh, speaking of which, we talked about putting this in a future episode. We hadn't. I keep forgetting about it. The that old footage of that I found recently of us
Coffee.
attempting to not only keep coffee in the van but to make coffee in the van. We had this idea as when it was after we were in Vegas. I can't remember.
yeah, we were on our way to Utah.
Yeah, we're on. Yeah, so we went to Walmart. We bought this tiny little red
Crap.
coffee maker. And we thought this is gonna be great because this is back when we had the van that we called Deirdre, which was a Ford conversion van, beautiful little Ford conversion van, and it had this. The dash was big enough that you could set this on there.
That dash is big enough for a foosball table.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
So you see the footage. It's in several different bits. The amount. I guess the problem was that the amount of charge that the van was putting out wasn't enough to power the poor little thing. So we weren't actually able to do anything with it.
Well, people don't
you get a
realize.
shot.
I certainly didn't realize. And anytime you're using a generator, anytime you're using something that's not, your home electricity, anything that's drawing heat like that is going to use a load of power, and you're not going to generate that in a car.
Right.
Not,
So it's not like plugging in your laptop or something.
Yeah.
So
or charging your sex robot.
So.
Yeah, that was disappointing because the light did come on
It
and
did.
there was a rumble. It was a loud, it was a very, very low. Just
sat there,
Just enough.
just enough to go, oh, well, oh. So,
Help me.
yeah, it was rough. It was rough. So we ended up being very disappointed, but we did throw it out the window into that beautiful, into the, we did.
I was just wondering what we did, but I guess we just threw it away.
No, I did. It was the very next stop. We just tossed it.
Oh, we did?
Just the rubbish.
You're worth nothing to
I mean,
me.
it was like a $15, I'm sure it wasn't very expensive.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, $15, man. That's how to get you a gallon of petrol up here.
It was also, it might have been that same trip. I think it was the first run of shows we did at Re-Raw, the first week engagement we did at Re-Raw, and they put us up in that apartment. And we got in there, we're unloading and looking around the kitchen. There was no microwave. So we said, nope. We went to Walmart and we pulled our money for like a $30 microwave, which we kept there. We put our sticker on it, and it stayed there. Like for the next couple of years that we played that gig, it stayed there.
Yeah.
That was our contribution to all the other bands that stayed in there. You're welcome.
Yeah. Obviously, the time saving, this flying lark, to flying to a show. Obviously, with the time saving, what else? Is it worth it? Obviously, yes, with the time, but
It's not as exciting when you leave. Like when we get in the van and take off, I'm like, let's go.
yeah,
That's not there. You're like, do I got everything I need? Do I got my ID? It's like a different trip.
100% couldn't said it better.
It is different.
But as soon as we get settled, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure we haven't played any of the shows yet, so I don't know
You don't know what you forgot.
what. Well, yeah, we don't know what we forgot, but we also don't know what this, how we're going to feel about the sound on this trip yet. But I always like the fact when we're on the road that we have our sound with us most of the time. Sometimes we don't. Depends on where we're going. Well, we probably take the board with us most of the time.
Yeah, I took the board this time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we got the board and brought stuff. Yeah.
Okay, now I feel better.
Yeah, no, we're plugging our board in.
Yeah. But the one, I like it. We flew very comfortably. I'll say thank you, Turbo, for facilitating that.
Worked out.
But there's always, but Patrick and I both successfully took our instruments onto the plane this time. Especially me, I've had a long history with uncomfortable, unpleasant experiences carrying my bass onto planes or not carrying my bass on the planes, depending on who got in my way. But this time, no problems whatsoever. And a lot of it was the fact that we were able to get on the plane kind of early or anything.
Yeah.
So there was still room in the overhead for my, the bass is a bit longer than the guitar. But yeah, I'm hoping this is just the new normal, because for a long time, whenever Patrick and I I would deliberately not check my bass and just kind of, always, pretty much always, every single time we'd fly to Ireland or wherever we're going, they'd take my bass away from me at the gate, and then I'd have to go retrieve it in baggage.
If it showed up, and
yeah.
if it was intact.
Well, it always showed up, but yeah, the only thing that ever happened was once my bass was cracked. I was coming home from Omaha, actually. The first time we flew to Omaha in sub-zero temperatures, the case came back cracked. But every other time they've taken it away from me. The only time that didn't happen, because we started with what Patrick's Red Ibanez bass, which was my main instrument for a couple of years in the early years of the band. Patrick had suggested, why don't we just take that to Ireland and leave it there? Because you also have a guitar that you left over there, right?
Got about 4 or 5 guitars in Ireland.
Right. So we did that in 2023. It was our first year back doing the Ireland tour after the pandemic. We took Patrick's Red bass and one of my Fender hardshell cases, which was a smaller case than I usually use. It's like a molded, more in the shape of the bass instead of this big blocky thing, which is what I used to have, this big SKB, looks like a rifle case. And for the very first time ever, I walked onto the plane with my bass in my hand. And of course, it was that time I was taking it and I wasn't coming back with it. I figured maybe it had something to do with the fact that the case was less conspicuous, that it didn't quite catch their attention as something that wasn't going to fit in the overheads.
I think people get ornery when they just decide to take it out on you on that particular day, because I've seen people take them on, no problem. I've seen people get shit for mandolin. I mean, what they were talking about on one of the boardings, where they were saying if you got a fanny pack, it's counting as a thing. I was like, no, it doesn't, because you're not going to charge that pregnant woman or that that big guy. You're not going to charge. You can't charge. That can't be a bagging that that or an extra bag or whatever.
I heard that too. They were like, you got to combine them or consolidate them. So.
Yeah, I said that does not make any sense. How do you
What's with the battery thing?
Yeah, the lithium batteries. I think.
Well, like you charge the phones. Like, yeah, that's a lithium battery.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And then it was like, but they're like, you can't have it in the overhead. You have to have it on you. I don't know what that is.
It doesn't matter how famous you are or who you're traveling with too. It happens to everybody. Tony Visconti had this great story, this great horror story he told several years ago when he was touring Europe with I forget the name of the band. It was a David Bowie tribute band that he's been part of with Woody Woodmansey, the original drummer from Spiders from Mars. And Tony Visconti is a bass player in that band. And he had been traveling to all these dates doing what I did, doing what we did. We just walking onto the plane with a gig bag. Never had any trouble. And then I forget where he was when this happened, but they did the things that, no, you can't, you have to check that as baggage. You can't take that on a plane. So what? Well, you can't put it down there. It's going to get destroyed. So sorry. So he had a few minutes left. So he ran through the airport trying to find something. There was no place he could buy an actual flight case for it. But what he did is he got a bunch of boxes from like some FedEx or something like that, like a UPS store or whatever it was, and boxed the fuck out of it. Put the gig bag inside all these boxes and taped it up. And it got there in one piece, but fucking horrible.
Yeah. So we will report on our return how the trip back was. But yeah, it's been really, when you're driving away on tour, there is that moment of, oh fuck,
yeah,
do I have this? Right?
Yeah.
And then you get to the show, you're like, all right, that's pretty good. But flying, it's like, whew, and it really does. It kind of takes that spark. It takes that initial,
I usually go through that when we're loading, because usually you're already loaded up and then Chad and I arrive.
Yeah.
And so we're loading and we're going, okay, wait, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
That's when we're doing all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to we're going to report from the road. There's going to be a lot of and we're also we got a little bit of a drive between here and Leavenworth and then back to Portland again. So we're having a great time out here on the road. We're just glad to have you along here on SlapperCast. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're not ready. The kids are not ready for this.
You got a little sun today.
I did. I did a nice little run walk in the AM, and it's just, I mean, you can't beat this weather.
No.
I mean, what is it? 60?
Low 60s.
60, 63?
I'm going to say 65. 63?
69?
You never get it.
So yeah. Good. So yeah, we're
it's that thin grass. You can walk on it. It's not that thick
I know.
Augustine grass like we got.
Yeah, I was out there on the. If you go out a little further, Chad, you can see the golf grass. That's where I was walking this morning barefoot, just out there, just trying to scare all the golfers. They all went the other way. Got rid of them. But yeah, there's some beautiful mountains behind us and hills and hiking trails, and it's absolutely stunning around here. It really is. Redmond and Bend, Oregon, are something to behold, and we saw full snow covered mountains on the way in. We saw ravines that are just thousands and thousands of feet deep. You're on essentially what looks like farmland, and then there's this massive drop. It's just it's
Bigger
amazing.
than massive. It's bigger than you think. It's
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It looks like the old cartoons, when Wile E. Coyote would paint the tunnel on the side of the rock. It looked like that. It looked like somebody painted this massive. And that's just too deep.
I
Just
swear the
stop.
earth was just like
Yeah.
ripped.
Yeah. I think that's what happens when it sees AI posters. It just goes.
I'm not going.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yes. So plenty to report, from Oregon. We're hoping to see you, all of you, on the road here coming up very, very soon. So stay in touch with us. Tell a friend. Bring them along. And we do have this. We do have these latest t-shirts on mugs and all that stuff on our website.
Yeah.
So check it out and come to a show, for God's sake. Let's go have some fun.
Yeah.
We'll see you all back in Houston before too long.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.
Cheers.
See ya.